Agony Uncles, Scotty and Motty, here to help you through your problems. Now, asterisk, disclaimer, we may make things worse, so we never, ever, ever condone our own advice. That's why Alexei is single and currently living with a Hoover. But if you've got any problems you'd like us to have a comment with, get involved with the show. Go to scottyandmotty@gmail.com. If this is your first time watching the Agony Uncles, subscribe. Press subscribe right now. Not subscription. Press subscribe. How have you been? You got any agony going on?
Agony, yes.
You got
Manchester United Football Club. There you go. That's all the agony you need in your life now.
What's causing you more pain, your knee or the football?
Oh, my knee's better.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, thank you for stepping up for that day when I needed you to. We're still doing our 60 miles in September. But yeah, and also I worked out right why I've not been getting my props on my miles on the Just Giving page. Me and Scotty are doing 60 miles in September for Cancer Research UK, and I've tied it to my Strava, which is my running app, and it should show you how many miles you've done so far. When I went on, it said I'd done like 17 miles, and I know I've done like 37 or whatever. And I worked out that on some of the days that I'd done, I had it down on Strava as walking, not running.
Oh, so
it didn't count.
Right.
They don't count the walks, even though they're not walks, because no one walks that fast.
When is a walk or run?
Well, you get
much
to choose.
exertion?
You have to choose.
Oh,
you have to choose like this
in.
is a walk or this is a run. And bizarrely, sometimes it'd put itself on walk because I never put it on walk.
Have you solved that problem now?
Yeah, fixed it.
There we go. That's what we do on this show. We solve all the problems.
Especially the ones we've created ourselves.
Yes. Usually, I've made a life of that. Producer Alexei, what's the first problem of the evening?
Good evening, everyone. The first problem is I've got a thing for an unavailable girl. I know personally and was scrolling through her Insta and mistakenly pressed like on an image of her from 2021. Ooh. It's my mate's bird. Am I a bad friend?
What, bro. You pressed like on an image from 2 years ago. That is such a schoolboy error. Oh my God, I feel for you. Because that must be deflating when you realise what you've done. You're like, oh my God, no way I've just done that, and now she's going to know I've been scrolling through all the pictures, and he's probably going to know as well if she tells him this is an absolute disaster.
What would you... It is pretty rocky, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, there's several options you've got here.
Do you think he was dead excited? That's why he sort of clicked like. How do you get to 2021 and I've not pressed anything?
No, because you're scrolling, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's easily done, and then by accident you just press.
Oh,
you scroll
yeah.
and you've actually pressed the heart.
But I think I'd love it if it was just some like image where she's not looking particularly good.
It's worse though. It's like a bikini one for a holiday or something. Mate, imagine that. Oh my God.
Oh my God. What do you think the girlfriend said anything? See, I think she may have kept it secret.
Really?
What's the outcome? By the way, Jay clicked on my post from 2021 when we were in a bikini when we were in Italy. What am I saying? How did he know?
I don't know, yeah, but
Jay?
It's different for me and you, innit? Because, like, you know how thick I am. So I might have been looking for, like, the football results, and that could have happened.
On Instagram?
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I could just say to you, I was trying to find a recipe for spag bol.
Yeah.
And you probably go, that's stupid. That is a feasible excuse, I believe you.
You should have gone, I was drinking again.
I was, I fell off the wagon, Scotty, I'm sorry.
I was trying to find your number.
I accidentally went on using lights all the pictures from 2021 in a bikini. I think you got two options. One, ignore it. Just pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. Maybe even unlike it.
It's even worse.
Is it?
I just don't know.
I don't know, man. Two, address it fully. You go, look, I went down a rabbit hole the other day and I was just looking at your missus's pictures and ended up liking one of them from like 2021.
Don't do that.
Right, okay.
Don't do that.
Three, if you've got kids, blame it on the kids.
That's a good excuse.
Give me kids my phone. I've been messing about on it, liking all sorts of crap on Instagram.
You've lost your phone?
Yeah, lost your phone. Yeah. You've had a relapse if you're a recovering alcoholic like me. That's another one for you.
Somebody hacked into your phone.
Someone hacked into your phone, and the only thing they did was like your mate's missus' pictures from 2021.
No, because they can't see what you've liked, can they? Because they said it's just gonna a liking spree.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Does it make him a bad friend? Was the question. that he's got a thing for his
No, I don't
mate's
think
missus.
so. It's a compliment, isn't it?
I know, but would you like the idea that a friend of yours was potentially pleasuring themselves over your missus? How would you feel about that? Knowing you've got a friend at home on the couch with a sock in one hand, looking at your missus' Instagram, how would you feel?
Do you use a sock?
I'm just presuming this was a 16-year-old kid. I don't use a sock, no.
Right, okay. Hey, I wouldn't have an issue with it.
You wouldn't have an issue? I can't wait till your missus sees this.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't have an issue with
especially
it?
if you don't know. Like, outside of mine, I'm not like bothered. It's not like if they were like messaging her or, do you know what I mean, coming around my house and wanking in the garden. Then I'd have an issue with that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Hey, stood in my garden, knocking one off, looking through the bedroom window. Then yes, I'm gonna have to have the discussion.
Do you think what would happen if the shoe was on the other foot?
Oh mate, life's over. Forget that. Forget that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, if
one
that,
of her friends.
do you know what happened, right? If I'd liked something like that, if I'd have done that, as soon as I did that, yeah, I would have to immediately ring my missus and just tell her it's over, because it will be over.
No, but what?
Preemptive strike is my only way
yeah.
out of that one, because he's like, she finds out I'm a dead man.
Yeah, so I'm not too sure if it makes you a bad friend. If you
I don't think, right, for starters, I don't think it makes you a bad friend. I don't think it's that bad. Personally, I don't think it is.
having a thing for your mate's girlfriend.
When you say a thing, would you think she's fit or you actually in love with her? What?
Well, that's true, wasn't it?
Do you know what I mean?
Elaborate. I mean, I presume from it might be.
You might just think, oh, your missus is good looking.
Yeah.
I always feel a bit icky with things like that, though. I feel like with my real close mates, their missus sort of almost fall into like the
Friend zone.
yeah, the friend
Yeah,
zone,
they're like,
it feels
yeah,
like your
yeah.
sister or something. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're that close to them. It's a bit weird. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, that's my excuse.
Yeah.
What about you, Alexei?
Voice of reason.
I think this is a disgrace. Because, right, I've just Googled, right, how many women are on planet Earth. And do you want to know how many? 3.9 billion, right? So there's 3.9 billion women on this planet.
Yeah.
And you're telling me the one you have to pursue or whatever is with your mate. Like, that's just ridiculous. Like, you can't sit down and have a conversation with your mate and go, you know, out of 3.9 billion, there's 3.9 billion women in this world, and I've chosen to betray you. And I think it's a disgrace. And do you know what I think as well?
Betray you.
If you get in a situation where you've done something like that, I'm one of those people where I just think you're better off just throwing your phone in acid and moving to Mexico and starting your life. Why try and justify it? Everyone knows you're a dickhead. Like, everyone
hang on a
knows.
minute. He's only liked a picture though. He hasn't shagged her or anything. Like,
No, but like people talk, like the way this will be perceived is people
Yeah.
just jump in their heads, don't they? So if someone saw this, they'd tell the mate, and the mate would go, oh, he's a traitor, he's a fucking traitor. You know, I've known this since we were 5, since we were in the Scouts, and he betrayed
you're
me.
in the clubs when you're 5, not the Scouts.
It would go back decades, right? And then they'd have a massive scrap, right? And as a man who's in a scrap every day, we don't need more scraps in this world, you know? So I just honestly think this is a disgrace, and I think there's no way of justifying it. If I was in this situation, I wouldn't even try and justify it. I'd just say, do you know what? I can't tell the truth about this. I'm throwing my phone in acid, and
Do you know what? You can always style it out with a joke and that. You can always be like, your missus, yeah, mate, the amount of times I've looked over pictures of your missus, you don't want to know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And they'd be like, actually, I do, because you were like one of them from 2021 the other day. So you could start like that. Also, this 3.9 billion, right, when you say women, what age are those women?
well, of all ages, Jay. But
Right,
I mean,
so some of them, that's not 3.9 billion that are available, is it?
Demographic bingo.
Because like a good 0.9 billion of them are probably kids, and another, I don't know, 500 million are probably over the age of 70.
yeah, but Jay, you still say you've got 2 billion to choose from, right?
But he doesn't know them 2 billion. He didn't have pictures of them at his disposal. He obviously has a thing for this guy's girlfriend, which, you know, is a little bit freaky. I just think, don't say anything. I think she may keep it a secret and maybe secretly, like a little bit taken back and like, oh, that's nice.
If my missus said like, just use an example, so Scotty liked one of my pictures
I hope
from
not.
2021, right, I'd well get on a wind up with you.
Would you really?
Yeah, I'd get her to wind up.
yeah.
I'd say like, she's fuming with you.
She's fuming.
Just get on a wind up. She wouldn't be arsed, but I'd just be like, proper wind up tackle. That's what the guy should do if he clocks it.
Yeah.
He should be like, get on a wind up now. Do you know what I mean?
Shagging my missus.
Yeah, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Or get her to message, I'm outraged that you've been liking my pictures from 2020. You've been looking through 2 years of my pictures, you dirty little perv. Hey, and watch his head fall off. Or you could do what he said, our man over there, and says, chuck it in a bath of acid and move to Mexico.
Yeah, speaking about our man over there, what's the next problem of the night?
So, second problem is, this is a big one, this. This is from Sean from Belfast. I believe he emailed this in, so shout out to Sean.
Yep.
He said, been really enjoying the Agony Uncles, brilliant for a laugh and some great stories and some intriguing ones. I had no idea so many people sit down for a wee. Anyways, my issue. My favourite jacket for the last 5 years or so is a pretty green casual style track top. It started my love affair with the clothing label and now I have several of their items. Would this generally be considered as unacceptable for a United fan? I'm sure I've read somewhere, likely United we stand, some slander on City fans for wearing. A friend also picked up this recently, suggesting it is mildly inappropriate. Does Cantona, being in Liam Gallagher's music video a few years ago, make it more acceptable? So we're basically saying, has Liam Gallagher ruined this type of clothing?
It's Liam Gallagher's brand for a start.
Right, let's get something straight here, yeah? The Gallagher brothers have painted themselves as these passionate City fans who have been diehard sort of main road hooligans since birth. And it's a load of rubbish. Noel Gallagher was a Celtic fan one and went to Arsenal games back in the day. And Liam Gallagher had an attitude where at times he didn't even care about football. I don't buy into this whole idea that they're as mad blues as they make out. And also, if Liam Gallagher is behind Pretty Green, that doesn't mean a United fan can't wear it.
No, when we got this email, my first thought was, I've never ever given a toss about who the brand supports when I've bought them, nor what other people think about what brand.
Do you wear Hugo Boss gear?
No, because I've heard about it, but I do wear Hugo Boss gear, and I've also driven a Ford.
Right, yeah, fair enough. Hey, what about you, Alexei? Do you wear Hugo Boss?
I don't have the money for Hugo Boss at the moment.
Do you shoplift Hugo Boss stuff?
No, I have a Hugo Boss jumper.
Oh, dear.
No, I lied.
So you back the Nazis then, do you?
No, do you not
think Nazism's alright, do you? You've got a soft spot for Hitler.
They're your words, not mine, Jay. But I do have an upcoming show on GB News. So
oh, wow. You and Kanye. What's that thing called where everyone brings it, where your argument brings it back to the Nazis?
Oh, it's like Hodgkin's Law or whatever it's called, isn't it? Or some law, like, it's all like, oh, the Nazis, what is this, Nazi Germany? Because someone's asked you to pay your bus fare or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's a lot of that.
Would you care what anybody else said you were wearing? Like, you get some stick sometimes for wearing hoodies on videos.
The worst one was when it was on Paddock and we did a video, the news, and it was about boycott United sponsors and that. And the picture was about boycott Adidas, and I was sat in front of it on a live video wearing an Adidas hoodie, and I got trolled for it, man. It was just, I got screenshotted and sent everywhere on the internet, and I don't blame it because it was dumb. I didn't even clock it. In fact, I blame the producer, whoever that was. I don't think it was Alexei, it was someone else.
Do you know what's great about that, Jay?
Go on.
I think it was me and Callum were there, and we realised about 5 minutes in what had happened. But at that point, you can't obviously take a hoodie off like live.
You could have done. You could have styled it and like this. Yeah. I'm not wearing.
I'm joining this.
Yeah.
And also, the boycott was about boycotting sponsors. Like in the future, it wasn't like go and get the clothes you've already bought and throw them away. That doesn't make any sense.
Burn your free stripes.
Burn your free stripes. I'd have that hoodie for about 2 years because that's going to get rid of the glazers. Yeah. So, yeah, it was just one of them where I was left with egg on my face. Again. Sean, wear what you want to wear.
Yeah, man.
Don't be put off. And like you said, Eric's in the video for it. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
It's not that deep. You do you.
You do you.
So, our next problem is... I hate my job, so to give myself some fun, I've been putting office gossip up in the works toilet and graffiti. So-and-so slept with X, etc. Someone said in it, looks like your handwriting. Do I stop? It's the only thing I have. Help.
I think you need to get a new job. Seriously. Straight away. If that's the only thing you have getting you through the day at work, writing graffiti about people shagging each other and doing it in your own handwriting and now getting clocked for it, it's time to get a new job. Like, seriously.
Yeah. I agree with you. I mean, like, there should be more than just a pay packet and toilet art.
Yeah.
As your sort of perks.
Right. And it's like, when that last bit is all I have. Help.
All I have is this biro and gossip.
If I can't say Scotty shagged someone on the toilet door, then life's not worth living.
Do you do a big graffiti? Did you ever do that when you were a kid? I was never really into it.
I gave it a go. Did you have a tag in that?
Well, my nickname was Scoot.
Scoot?
Yeah, double up. Because there was like 4 Davids in the group, and Scotty obviously wasn't thought of, so Scoot to us, like the style and everything. But yeah, I was never really into it.
No, I never got into graffiti. I knew a couple of lads down the south who were proper into it. Like, used to go doing it on like the tube and all that, and, you know, proper like spray paint and all that, but it was never me. What about you, Alexei? Down in Cornwall, were you graffitiing or not?
Oh, I put many swear words on the streets of Porthleven, Jay. All right.
Tagging and slagging here.
Oh, honestly, I've been calling all the bloody people there some bloody naughty words, yeah? Some of them...
Did you write like sod off on the wall?
You damn fool.
That's
sod off, you
strong.
bounder, down the road from the police station because you're such a criminal.
Terence is a right scamp.
I got arrested once because I called someone a silly sod, which I regret. You know, in hindsight, it's not who I am or who I want to be. But I did go for the silly sod route, which...
What's your go-to swear word if you, like, when you're kicking off with people? What do you call
Careful.
it? Like,
oh. Do you know what I do quite a lot?
go on.
When I don't get angry at people, like to their face. I just get angry and don't tell them I'm angry.
Right, that's the best way. That's the best of both worlds.
I kind of just do this thing, like if I, like, at home, like the washing up's not been done, there's stuff on the side and I'm losing my head, I'm just like, fuck, you know what I mean? You're really just like, oh
yeah.
And I rant and I'm all that, and then I see them and I'm like, how are you? Good day. Oh, it's a great day, great to see you. And then I'm like, inside I'm like,
do you play it out in your head like you've had a go at them and that?
In my head, I've literally gone up to them and gone...
And glassed them.
You don't know where I'm from,
with
dog.
the dirty pint pot, just rammed it into the face.
Yeah. Do you know what my mate Elliot used to do in his first year of uni? When his mates wouldn't do the dishes, he'd just pick up all their dishes and just put it outside their room. So then when they'd open their room door, they'd just see their dishes and go, oh, why are my dishes there? And they'd pick them up, take them to the sink and clean them, which I think is actually quite clever.
It depends who you're rooming with, to be honest.
Yeah.
If I opened my door when I was living with people at uni, my plates were on outside it, I wouldn't have been like, I'm going to go and wash them.
I know, I'd have put it in front of your door. I remember when mobile phones first became a thing. Yes, both Jay and I are that old.
After pages.
Pages. We got my mate's number. I'll refer to him as Michael. And we used to go around when we used to go like clubbing and we're like, if you like want sex or stuff like that, Michael's up for it and stuff. But he put his numbers in all sorts of clubs and stuff like that. It was a lot more graphic details. And we used to get like all these numbers of guys saying like, yeah, you up for this?
Really?
Text messages, yeah. Rum. What was the question?
Just graffitiing on the wall and not working.
Get a new job.
Yeah, you got to get a new job, man. Get out of there. Seriously. You don't
Here's the
spend
thing,
half your
that-
days in the toilet at work.
Because, like, surely rather than going to the effort of doing your graffiti and then doing all that, you would just leave, wouldn't you? Like, if I
get
walked
it, like, people might be like in a job where you need the dough and that's all you've got to go in and
There's not other jobs going and
cost
of living crisis.
You've got to look after yourself, and if graffitiing on the toilet door is all that's getting you through the day, no, man.
What do you make to office gossip?
Yeah, I love all that, mate.
Do you have much in Stratford?
Not really.
No.
There's not enough of us.
No,
Oh, you know what Jay's like? Oh,
is
it's
it?
like, it's honestly like living on the set of Mean Girls. Like, he doesn't stop talking about people, you know?
Yeah, well, see, look at him, eh? Look what he's been up to.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been short of tights in the war, if you know what I mean.
He always says to me, oh, that Alexei's a bit of a twat. And I'm like, no, I am me. Oh, that's me, Jay. You've forgotten.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that's really hurtful. And he goes, I'm sorry, but you are.
Yeah, I saw him flip his lid over the lid.
That's what I mean. There's not enough, right? There's Alexei and Ethan. They gossip together probably about me and Joe slagging us off, which is fair.
No.
You was not convincing at all.
of course you do.
No.
Yeah, right, you do. I know you do.
No, Jay, I would not dream of that. That is
what I'm saying. Like,
that is
He
not
wouldn't.
who
He
I
just
am.
put it on graffiti in the toilet.
I've been in the toilets and seen the graffiti you wrote about.
That was Ethan James.
You put J Motty can sod off. That was definitely
Yeah.
Hey,
Look, Jay, it was one of those days. It was a long day. Things got the better of me, but I would never tell you to sod off again.
right, okay.
I respect you too much.
We dealt with it internally. The matter's closed as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, get a new job, whoever that is.
Yeah, man.
So, our next problem is from... Whoa. It's from Derek Benoit.
Nice.
I don't know if you should put. I'd put his full name in.
Yeah, it's a bit of a giveaway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go on, read this essay out for us.
I'm a foreigner who had to move to Manchester to head a business company. From the outside, the company looked promising, but as days went by, I started to realise most of the people up and down the hierarchy do not have much clue on what they are doing. I feel trapped in this hostile environment. It feels like I'm the only one who takes the job seriously. Some of the co-workers just call in sick regularly, some are social media addicts, and some are just not useful anymore. What should I do? Should I quit and go back to my country? I will have offers from countries like Germany too. Looking forward to a good solution. And as I said, that is from Derek Benoit.
It's an interesting name, isn't it? It's the right dilemma, that. Sounds
is
like
someone who
he's been
lives in
stitched up with a
Manchester.
bit of a poison chalice there, the poor lad.
Let's just quit. Go.
Really?
Yeah, why not? He basically
Just start sacking people. Just sack him. They're not up to the job. Get rid of him.
he couldn't be asked, but he's got to manage the teams, and he's got to get more people in. It's like Eric Ten Hag syndrome, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's very similar.
That was a real email. I shit you not. Well, I'll show you.
It's right. You don't need to show me. I believe you. Right.
He's right, Jay. I know Derek very well. He's a cracking bloke.
Right, okay. Well, what I would do then, if I was this geezer, I would stick it out, man. Mould them into your vision. You can make this work. Don't just go and get a job in Germany. No one needs to do that. Stay here. Make it happen. Sack the people you need to sack. Nurture the people you need to nurture. Listen, I speak from experience, right? The staff I have at Stretford Paddock are literally abysmal. Yeah, they are the worst set of lazy, uneducated, sloth-like, untrustworthy, absolute muppets you will ever meet. Yet, I have not just thought, I'm going to go and get another job. I've said, no, I'm going to stick it out. And I've moulded them into what can only be described as one of the top 20 YouTube teams in Manchester.
In Manchester?
Yeah, genuinely.
No.
Well, one top 20 Manchester United YouTube teams in Manchester.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if I'd have just said, no, I'm going to get off, that wouldn't have happened, but I stuck with it. And that's what you should do.
I'd leave me and just go and get an easy life. Really.
Grass isn't always greener. You might go to Germany and end up with some worse people.
That's a very good possibility.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't head into Germany. I'd go to like sunnier climates.
Where?
I don't know. Spain.
Stockport. No.
Stockport. Yeah.
Yeah.
Afford to live in Stockport. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you just want an easy life?
No.
What I don't
That's
like.
the answer to everything, innit?
What
Don't
if-
just give up.
It's not just give up. It's just like what does he get? What does he get from this career?
Too rubbish.
What does he get from this career? He might be losing his hair.
Then he's winning at life.
Poor Derek.
Bald is best. What would you do, Alexei?
I'm a bit conflicted on this one. Thing is, I know, Jay, I think you would definitely go through the kind of struggle, because I know you really like the graft and that, don't you? Because we were talking earlier, me and Jay, normally on a Monday, he will start at 8:30 and the last video will be around now, because I was going, today we've done about 5 and all this. So I think you weirdly like the kind of like...
I love the fact he says now, like people will know what time that's meant to be.
The time is 5 a.m.
12 hours after he started.
5 a.m. We've been going for 20 hours.
Yeah. I do like the hustle and the graft. I loved it on transfer deadline day where I was here for 14 hours.
Wow.
Hey, that's impressive. But when you enjoy your job, it's not work, and I enjoy my job. I think it'll come good for old Derek. I do.
Yeah, I've always admired that about you, like that hustler's spirit. Like, because you used to do different type of graft.
Yeah. Yeah,
and you've just brought that
and
into
I was
the
terrible at that.
and you just brought that into the legal
also,
world.
Like, there comes a time you got to stop just going from one job to the next and just plant your flag and say, "This is me. I am staying. I'm gonna make this work." Yeah, and that's what I decided to do in my 37th job.
Yeah.
I finally thought, okay, I've got something I can knuckle down with.
Maybe he's got a few more jobs to go through before he reaches that sort of that plateau. I'd leave. I'd just sack it all off and go and find an easier life.
You do when we used to work together and just give up but stay. That's what we did, didn't we?
Yeah, actually,
we didn't leave. We just stopped working.
To be honest, there used to be another guy who used to work at the same company that Derek did. It was called Joe Marinade. And he just sacked it off. Yeah, and he just sacked it off, but didn't sack it off.
That's what I mean. And you get a fat payout anyway, usually.
I think that's the best way to leave any job.
Just stop working and
just sack it off.
Just don't leave. Just get sack it. I'll just stay.
Do a job.
Yeah, that's it. Any more for any more?
That is the final one for today.
Do you know what?
But I've got a question.
Yeah.
Ooh.
This has got me thinking.
It's not Hoover related.
It's not, but I did have a really good time with Henry yesterday. He
actually sent us a WhatsApp picture.
I put it in our.
We're about inclusivity on this channel. Yeah. We don't judge.
We do.
I just wanted to share it with you two, and I think you both enjoyed it.
Didn't need to be naked in it though.
We can't show the photo or the video for legal reasons,
obviously.
You know, because we don't want to get.
Although, if the Henry company are watching, we are open for sponsorship.
Yeah, and you didn't know you could do this sort of thing with your Hoovers.
Yeah.
Imagine if we actually ended up getting sponsored by Henry and we got sent. You know, we got sent.
That you'd be the element if you got sent an Henry.
I tell you what, yeah. And
that's like an escort service for you. You'd be like, oh my days, this is amazing.
He'd be there at home with his Harima Henrys.
Like brass.
I would be
sat on the couch.
Big pimping.
I'd be the happiest that a man has ever been in the history of humanity. Yeah. Imagine all those happy people. What's that? You know, like Will Smith at the end of Pursuit of Happiness. You go, oh, he's happy.
That's the worst film ever, by the way. You have to go through 2 hours of absolute depressing drivel for a minute of him clapping his hands because he's made it work.
It's awful. It's a bit cringe, isn't it? Because like you said, you go through all that for just that little bit at the end.
What you was mate? What are you sticking up for him for?
Just saying.
It's shit.
Anyway, about your pursuit of Henryness.
Nice.
So my question, this isn't actually related to Henry Hoover, but so you could either manage United and you get 80 grand a year, let's say, in this hypothetical world, or you go and manage Liverpool, right? But you're getting 5 million a year, right? But you can't sabotage. There's a clause in the thing where they track you, and if you sabotage, your money's gone. Right, so you have to do well for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Would you stick with the 80 grand at United, or I might lower it? Let's say 50 grand at United, or would you go for 5 million at Liverpool?
No, I'd stick with United, mate. I couldn't manage the Scousers. Not when I had the choice as well. I couldn't do it anyway, but not when I could manage United.
My first thought was the sabotage.
No, but you can't sabotage him, so...
No.
But I still wouldn't manage Liverpool.
No, I couldn't.
Not for... doesn't matter how much money you give me. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Imagine, your success at work would make you feel bad. If you won a game and you're at Anfield, everyone's cheering and celebrating, you'd feel sick.
No, I couldn't do that. I'm a man of morals. I'm not like Jordan Henderson.
No, yeah, exactly. What about you, Alexei? What would you do?
No. Honestly.
The binary choice, what does that mean, no?
I had a massive argument with my mate about this a few months ago, mate Alex, because we were doing the thing would you play for City or Liverpool? I was like, no. And he was like, of course you would. I was like, well, no, you just wouldn't. He was like, yeah, but you'd want the money. I was like, well, no, because you'd have a bit of money, but you'd abandon your whole life, and you would still have that thing in your stomach of, I'm playing for Liverpool. And
playing's not as bad as managing.
I couldn't play for Liverpool.
If you was offered a academy place at Liverpool, that was your only offer, I think you'd take it. I think even I'd take it, but I wouldn't want to spend my career there. I'd want to leave for a better club.
So, all right, Jay, so what would happen when you have to sing You'll Never Walk Alone every home game and all that?
No, but that's if you went for the academy, when you get to 18, it's time someone, if you're good enough to stay at Liverpool, someone will come in for you. Do you know what I mean? You just move, go with someone else.
Yeah.
Do you know what I genuinely think people always think that money kind of solves everything, but I think people are a lot more principled than they think they are. Because I think if you were in that situation, both of you would have that thing of going, I actually really don't like this.
How long is it for? 5 million is a lot of money. 5 mil, just over 50 grand.
So 5 million, you'd have to do it for 3 years.
Think of the amount of money you'd have to spend on therapy.
You'd have to do it for 3 years.
3 years?
No.
So you're getting 15 million over 150
All
grand.
them Liverpool fans are absolutely loving you. Oh, God, no.
Is he drinking beer behind there?
You on the Heineken, you?
I've had quite a long day, so
Fair.
I've got...
All right.
Yeah.
I'm impressed, do you know what I mean? Might just crack open a can of Heineken in front of a recovering alcoholic, you selfish bastard.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Well, no, it's just one of them, Jay. Do you know what I mean?
I'm joking. Missing drinks, it's not an issue. Bro, come on.
I didn't want to...
Do you think everyone didn't drink when I was went on tour?
I refrained from Alexei's pretty low, that, mate.
Hey.
I refrained from the silly sod.
No, that's
I feel
fair
like
enough.
I've lowered myself now.
I thought, though, of... do you know you was laughing at me the other week because I did that thing with my 2 T's?
Yeah.
Where I had what could only be described as one of the most stupid things I've ever done. My pal reminded me of another thing I did at the game, which was equally as stupid. Right, you know, you do the watch-alongs and that, innit? You've done them on Paddock. And you're watching a game on the watch-along, and your phone might vibrate or something, so you think, I'm not going to check it because it might be a goal, you might be ahead of the game and it's going to ruin it, so you're just watching it. And I was at the game, and my phone vibrated, and I thought, I'm not going to check it in case there's a goal. And I don't want to see that.
You're at the game. Just in case this isn't real time.
And then it dawned on me like, no, there can't have been a goal because I'm at the game and I've seen it. Like, what am I doing? I was like, oh my God. Like, I need to get a grip. That Wi-Fi is not doing me any favours at Old Trafford, seriously.
Do you not find it weird? You know, like when you go to a game and that, and then you watch it back, and it just looks so different to how you remember seeing it?
Yeah, because I'm a bit blind as well. So, like, there's things that go on in the game, and like, I've gone berserk because I was certain that was a foul. Or look, watching it's not even remotely like that.
That's probably coming for good now, though. Your lack of sight.
Yeah, that's
given the performances.
Do you know what I mean?
Did you come out on Saturday? Great performance, that.
Yeah, we won, didn't we? Hey, saw Hannibal's goal, 1-0. Lovely.
It was good, Hannibal's goal, wasn't it? It was like... Do you know what? I was in such a strop, though, that I just didn't even celebrate it.
I was having such a strop. Couldn't believe it.
I literally smashed my own avocado.
Do you know what I was doing? I was both shocked and appalled, and I was drafting a letter to my MP as I was typing, and then Hannibal scored, and I was like, well, Lucy Powell, the email's still coming, but I'm a little less appalled. But I wouldn't give it the time of day of a celebration, if you know what I mean.
Mate. Yeah, just be careful. That temper of yours is going to get you in trouble if you carry on writing letters to your MP.
Yeah, nobody gives pleasant insults like our producer, Alexei. Right, thank you, everybody who's been watching. Send your problems in, Scotty and Motty at gmail.com. I've been Scotty. That's been Motty. That's been Alexei.